Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
All right. Hope everybody at home is doing well too. Thanks for joining us again for our study through 1 John. This morning we will read together chapter 2 and verse 19. Sound good?
Yep.
1 John chapter 2, verse 19. We read a larger text yesterday.
And regretted it.
Yeah. It helped us put it into context because we are breaking up a unified text into little segments. So that's nothing wrong with that, is
Yep.
there?
No.
Despite someone's negativity this morning.
Alrighty, so just verse 19.
Yes.
They went out from us, but they did not really belong to us. For if they had belonged to us, they would have remained with us. But their going showed that none of them belonged to us.
All right. Thanks, Owen. What's our context?
Still talking about Antichrist, I believe.
And who they are.
Yeah.
Right? Antichrists and who they are.
And what they have to do to be Antichrists.
Yeah. How do you
Defining what
define
an
it?
Antichrist is. Yeah.
All right. Good. Very good. That's what we have in mind. And so it's kind of a negative thing. John is addressing a problem here.
Yes, I think so.
Right? Right. He's addressing a problem. And what do we find out in our text today is the problem that he is addressing. What is the problem?
They were once with us. They were just people around us, and then they do not belong to us anymore. So they've had to leave us.
So they're not us, they're other.
Okay. And, okay, then who is us?
I think he would have to be talking about Christians worldwide.
Yes. Talking, I think he has in mind the church.
Yeah.
The church. And so if he's addressing a problem, he's writing this letter to people who evidently have something that's bothering them. What's bothering them?
Maybe the people they knew, maybe as children, and they grew up to be antichrists, not seeing the light. I mean, it's obviously talking about sinners and people who don't accept Jesus. Is that the other, or no?
I think it's a little more painful than that.
Oh.
He's talking about people who were in the church and aren't anymore. They went out from us. And how do you think that makes the people in the church feel?
Not great.
Let me tell you a story from my boyhood.
Okay.
Shall we just
No.
hug for the... No. Okay, when I was in 5th grade, maybe it was 4th grade, we used to go outside for PE or recess every day. PE probably, because we were there for a while. And the best days were when we played kickball, which is probably pretty much every day because back then we didn't have all this special gym equipment and training gear that you guys enjoy today. It was just a big empty field with a ball. And so we play kickball, but we loved to play kickball. And it was always boys versus girls.
Wow.
Yeah, that's to avoid the, getting picked last for the team thing. No, actually we did that too. And I was always picked last.
Of course, yes.
For the
yeah,
team.
right.
It's true, it's true. But we love playing kickball mostly because, well, the boys always beat the girls. Right? I mean, 4th or 5th grade, it's crazy, right? We mopped the floor with them because boys are going to beat girls at kickball when you're 4th or 5th grade. So it was always a lot of fun because everyone likes to win. So I didn't care that it wasn't fair. I just enjoyed winning at kickball. You felt like a home run king every time you went up to kick the ball. The problem was there was this kid named Todd. Yeah. I won't give his last name because it's unusual. And when we were last visiting grandma in my hometown.
Right.
I went for a walk with Mom, and I walked past Todd's house. I saw in the mailbox his unusual last name. Oh, that's where Todd lives. And it's a good thing I'm a forgiving person, because now I know where Todd lives. Todd one day announced, I'm going to play on the girls' team.
Right.
And Todd was far and away the best athlete in our grade. And that like evened things out. And now it wasn't just a runaway victory every recess. Now it was an even match, and often we'd lose because Todd's abilities tipped the balance in the girls' scale. And I hated that. I went from always being on the winning team to really having to fight for a victory, and often coming up on the short end of the
Yep.
stick. So, what's the moral of the story?
Tods are terrible people.
Yeah. Well,
Just all of them. No, it'd have to be just you, by losing even one person, it made you feel terrible because I guess you had to work more.
It makes you feel bad when one of your own goes and plays for the other team.
there was an impact.
Is one good lesson. The other is that Todd was never one of us. Todd, I know now you were always a girl, a very athletic one, but I know your secret pal.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
He went out from us and we felt terrible. The girls felt really good, but we felt bad.
Sure.
Because he was never really one of us,
So,
evidently. So, John here, in verse 19 of
Yep.
1 John chapter 2, is addressing a problem that Christians were having, because look, we're enjoying the Christian fellowship and the community that means so much to us. We're gathered together with the people we have so much in common with, worshiping God, studying His Word, singing hymns, fellowshipping together. It's wonderful. And now some people left. I mean, we loved them, and we thought they loved us, and we were as close as can be. And now they've turned against what we hold so dear, and they don't want anything to do with us anymore. And that hurts, right? And in the church today, that still happens. People can leave church.
Sure.
And you
Go
kind
to
of feel
another
like-
church of a
Yeah.
different denomination.
Mistake. But you feel bad. You're like, what did we do wrong? Did I say something? Did I do something? Could I have done more? What? And then when they go out and they start bad-mouthing your church, right? Now they're going on, they didn't do this and they didn't like that, and talking bad about the people. Well, now in the church, you really feel bad, right? That hurts. Yeah. So, what John is saying in verse 19, and he will develop this in the coming verses we'll get to tomorrow, that the people who left the church, that hurts the people left behind, and it leaves you confused. But what he's saying to the people, hey, it's sad and it bothers us, and of course we don't want that, but look, they were never really one of us. If you turn your back not just on the church, the bride of Christ, you're turning your back on Jesus, then you never really knew him to begin with. Nobody will say to Jesus, I've had too much of following you, too much of being on my way to heaven, too much of the blessings you provide. I don't want it anymore, so I'm leaving. Nobody says that. They never really got it. They were never really in the church, the body of Christ. So John is saying, hey, of course you feel bad about this, but it happens, people leave, but they were never really invested in the body of Christ. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we apply that today?
We don't give up.
Certainly don't give up on people. Right. Absolutely. And we wouldn't want to talk bad, unless their name is Todd, talk bad about, right?
Yeah.
They need the love of God more than anyone. Yeah, great perspective, Calvin. And we can feel a little better about the whole thing. by recognizing that they weren't really invested in what we have here. Lord willing, they will be one day.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah? All right, well, thanks for being with us again. John is First John is a fascinating book, isn't it?
It is.
He doesn't avoid some difficult topics,
Yeah,
which we appreciate.
we do appreciate.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
any last thoughts, fellas?
No.
All right, well, thanks for being with us. We will see you again tomorrow as we move on in chapter 2 of 1 John.